You're not introduced to the family business, you're born in it. You got a heart, you got lungs, you got kidneys, and you got Ernie Ball.
I kind of treated Ernie Ball like it was a playground when I was a kid. I remember we had these cloth shipping carts that I used to love jumping in and having people push me around, and that's when I really first learned about how cool Ernie Ball was. And all the time that I'd see someone wear a shirt like, I play pinks, or I play greens, and how much pride they had in the guitar strings they played really left a huge mark on me.
It doesn't matter what kind of music you play, at the center of it, with so many of them, it's Ernie Ball. But the colors, man, you talk about, they're the colors of rock and roll. My dad created rock and roll guitar strings because rock and roll was an art form that was coming that bent strings. In order to bend them, they had to be more flexible. You couldn't buy a more flexible string. So my dad, in 1962, came up with a 9 through 42, 10 through 46. All the gauges that are standard now are my dad's. My dad was a maverick and a pioneer, and he was a rebel and was very tough. When I was actually 22, I got handed the keys and said, you know, you've got a year. If it stays the same or goes down, you're fired. I focused on trying to do the right thing and trying to take my father's culture and maybe put my little fingerprint on it.
I've always admired what my grandpa started and what my dad's built, and so much about what my dad's taught me. You know, he's fearless, he's incredibly creative, and so much of the stuff that I saw when I was in high school was, you know, crazy cars painted and a mobile stage and a bus and all these things that nobody was doing at that time. Nobody was doing it. And I loved how unique that approach was. I loved how there was an element of, we don't care if this isn't conventional. This is Ernie Ball. You know, for 55 plus years, you've had Stairway to Heaven and Hotel California and Enter Sandman and some of the greatest songs ever written using our strings and that tone that they know that they can get with Ernie Ball Slinkies. So why mess with that? I think the main reason for making Paradigm is that I'm not and we're not content with the status quo. When you look at what makes a string, we had to ask ourselves, how do we make the string stronger? How do we make it more durable? How do we make it so the string still retains that same feel and tone that they've loved forever? We discovered some groundbreaking technology that's being used in the aerospace industry and the automotive industry and used in rebar on these massive superstructures. When we found plasma cleaning, I was blown away. I thought, how cool would that be if we could figure out how to apply these amazing technologies into something like a guitar string? We worked with our partner and revolutionized every aspect of what goes into drawing wire. The annealing temperatures, the drawing schedules, really everything that goes into making wire even stronger, but meanwhile maintaining everything that a string needs to do to feel like a guitar string. Once we figured out how to improve the wire drawing process and gave us a stronger guitar string, we thought, wow, what if we apply RPS technology on top of that? RPS wire is where we reinforce the area where the string is most susceptible to breakage. Once we did, the tensile strength and fatigue strength increased in addition to what we already had. When we first tried this nanotechnology on a string, I knew we had a hit. It was incredible how long these lasted, and I couldn't believe how much these wicked away sweat, salt, and other elements that we use to test corrosion resistance. Throughout the process of making Paradigm, we were told we're crazy. Why would you want to make a break-resistant guitar string? Don't you like it when strings break? Well, the reality is no. I want to make the best guitar string that's ever been created.
Paradigm is understanding what's going on in this world and being able to apply it to a guitar string that really makes a better guitar string. And so much better that we guarantee it.
It's in our DNA to constantly push forward and see what a string is capable of being. And I think everything we've done with Paradigm is the culmination of our family's constant pursuit of what can make a guitar string better.